API manager looks like. Here you can see what API manager looks like. To access API manager, log into Anypoint platform and select API manager from the main menu. Here in one you can see the environment selector. Anypoint platform enables you to create and manage separate deployment environments for APIs and applications. API manager displays all environments except design environments. Number 2, navigation menu. In API groups, an API group is an API asset that enables the organizations to publish a group of API instances as a single unit. Automated policies. Policy automation enables security architects and administrators to secure and govern every API running in an environment. Client applications. Applications are external services that consumes APIs. Custom policies. Custom policies are policies that anyone can develop and apply to their APIs with the intention of extending existing functionality or defining new functionality. Data graph administration. Anypoint data graph enables you to unify all the data within your application network in a unified schema. Analytics. API analytics provide insight how your APIs are being used and how they are performing. Number 3, API the add API button enables you to add a new API instance to promote an API from any environment to the current environment. Or to import a configuration zip file that was exported from API manager. In 4, the environment information button, available only to administrator users, enable administrators to display a dialog with information about the current environment, such as environment credentials. Use environment credentials to provision the Anypoint service mesh adapter or to configure Studio to sync with your environment. Number 5, search. Search enables you to search for managed APIs using API search field. Searches are case insensitive. Filter search results by selecting active. Number 6, the tracking the registration status of each API, active, inactive, or unregistered. The status of unregistered means that Anypoint platform has never tracked the endpoint for this API version. Either you have entered a URL for an API or proxy that hasn't yet communicated with the platform, or you have declared an endpoint that is hosted somewhere other than an API gateway, or need to proxy that endpoint so that the platform can track it. The endpoint must have a tracking registration status of active for governance policies and SLA tires to function. SLA tiers to function. 7, the name of each API. Clicking the API names navigate you to the API settings view, where you can manage the following alerts, contracts, policies, SLA tiers. 8, percentage of API requests that resulted in errors. If no data is displayed, automatic monitoring has not been enabled for the API. 9, the total number of API requests in the past 24 hours. If no data is displayed, automatic monitoring has not been enabled for the API. Number 10, the number of contracted client applications for each API. Here you can see API administrator sandbox and sandbox API administration, API groups, automated policies, client applications, custom policies, data graph administration, analytics. In the here you can see the status, API name, label, version, instance, error rate, total request, client application, and creation date. Now this is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for watching it.